Intruder detected. Establishing communication. Access granted. Accessing confidential data. Let's go. Transmitted successfully.
And welcome to Unicorn Stadium on a wonderful Friday night. It's Smithson Valley Ranger football on the road as they take on the Unicorns of New Braunfels High School in what is a matchup of two playoff-bound teams. As the Unicorns punched their ticket last week in a big win over Clemens, they'll now go on the big school side with Steele, while Smithson Valley is paired with Judson on the smaller of the 6A schools. And playoffs begin next Friday night. We'll talk about more of that later on. The coin toss went to I'm guessing that means Smithson Valley won the toss and deferred, so New Braunfels will receive as we get underway in just a few minutes. Roland, this is a big game for both teams getting ready for the playoffs, and nothing bigger than a Smithson Valley defense that's played so well facing a potent offense.
And you look from the defensive line all the way to the defensive secondary there, Tony. I mean, bringing up names like Fullen and Jaden Deaton, of course, who moved over from offense to play that Sam linebacker position, Jack Gibbons, and that Taylor Nix. I mean, I could go on and on and on. These young men who have stepped up all season and really made the Ranger defense a force to be reckoned with. Now, I think one of the keys this evening, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, you're going to have to contain the New Braunfels quarterback, that being Ryan Redding, who had a super week last week in that big win against Clemens.
For the Ranger defense, it's been such a group effort. I look at stats throughout the season, and there's just so many guys with great numbers. You talk about a defensive front, two tackles in the middle that are good size, Arnold and Newts. And you got guys on the outside like Keeler and Fullen and then Zuber and now Deaton as outside linebackers. And Roland, this is a defense that has run to the ball like coaches talk about all the time, and they're getting there in a hurry.
It is. It's a team effort, and you see them come together to get the job accomplished, to get the task accomplished, the job completed, and we've seen that all season long. And that's just the defensive side of the football. Now, the offense, on the other hand, has also been clicking really, really well under the leadership of quarterback Josh Atkins.
For the Unicorns, their quarterback Ryan Redding's thrown for 1,700 yards, run for almost 700 more, has 16 touchdowns to his credit. He's got basically 3 or 4 receivers on every play. He's got a running back named Kaysen Hickenbottom, and he's run for about 500 yards. And then some other backs and such. It's a wide-open offense, Roland, and they really spread the ball well.
I think we're going to see a lot of that from New Braunfels this evening. As you mentioned, they've got a lot of weapons offensively. You're mentioning the quarterback Redding, his biggest game probably today, 232 yards against East Central. Of course, Hickenbottom, as you mentioned, rushed for 84 yards against East Central. So they both had big games against the Hornets that game. And you just got to watch for the different weapons they're going to throw at us this evening.
We know that the Ranger offense is potent as well. Senior Josh Atkins, a quarterback that's thrown for 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns. He's also run for about 400 yards and 6 more touchdowns. And he's got 2 main receivers that get most of the passes, and that's Josh Dillon, the senior, with 40 catches and 600 yards, and the junior Edwin Martinez, 23 catches and 409 yards, and those are the guys that catch most of it. Now, the tailback position has been kind of in question. Indiana Hawes took it away in the middle of the season, but he got hurt and he hasn't come back. So tonight, instead of the sophomore Nick Aiken starting, they say Cody Vicknair, the senior, who's rushed for about 168 yards on 26 carries, or 6.5 yards a carry, will get the start at the tailback. Now, Aiken has done a yeoman's job coming off the JV squad, if you will, and has really played well. Caleb Root is still the senior fullback, and he goes out for passes mostly. And then there's that offensive line that has played really well most of the year, opening up different situations for them. Now, they face a defense, Roland, from New Braunfels that we don't know a whole lot about, but obviously they've played well. Their leading tackler is their strong safety, Colton Minnelly, and he's got 107 tackles on the season. Their middle linebacker, Jonathan Pierce, has 82, and everybody else seems to have quite a bit of tackles, so they do seem to be running to the ball as well.
Now, you're mentioning their defense. You're right. They held Clemens last week to 309 yards, 222 of those on the ground. So maybe chinks in the armor there that Coach Larry Hill has seen, and, of course, will turn his offense loose on.
We've got a pregame interview with head coach Larry Hill and Brant Freeman coming up, but we still want to touch on a couple of other things, Roland, and that's the standings in District 27-6A. Steele number 1 at 6-0, Smithson Valley second at 5-2, Judson and New Braunfels are tied at 4-2, and Clemens now at 3-3. Canyon, Wagner, and East Central pull up the bottom. The games tonight is Clemens at Steele, so that's still a big game. If anybody could knock off Steele, you'd think it'd be their rival Clemens. Canyon's at Judson and Wagner's at East Central. So a good night in the district. Again, though, 4 teams have already poised and made their position ready. It should be a good game for both of these teams, again, as they look for momentum.
Absolutely, and you mentioning the other games in the district this evening. We'll keep you updated on those as we get some updated scores that we can pass along to you.
It's a beautiful Friday night. We're going to take a time out and come back with our pregame interview. So stay with us here on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. Coming up this Friday, Smithson Valley closes out the regular season as they take on the New Braunfels Unicorns, a playoff team as well. New Braunfels punching its ticket with a win over Clemens this past Friday. Coach, it's taken a while for Glenn Mangold to really get this program rebuilt, but here they are now in the postseason. They're playing good football at the moment. They've won 3 straight games. At first glance, what impresses you about this Unicorn football team?
Just how solid they are in all phases of the game. You know, they're a lot like we like to think we are. They're not real flashy. They don't want to be. They're not, they're just a mainstream football team, and they're not trying to trick you. They're just trying to out-execute you. And it's obviously paid off. This is not the easiest league to rebuild in, as we all know. And the job they've done in a couple years to getting where they are in the postseason, and perhaps the most competitive league there is. It's a real tribute to their coaches, their players, and their program.
Offensively, a very balanced football team. The head of the stink, I think you would agree, is the quarterback, Ryan Redding, over 2,300 yards of total offense. And he has a couple of really good tailbacks to hand the ball off to in the backfield. In case in Hickenbottom in the backfield, along with Alec Almendarez. Between them, 1,000 yards rushing and 14 rushing touchdowns. With no real one player to focus on, how difficult is it to prepare for them?
It is difficult. They spray the ball around. You mentioned balance. They're almost 50-50, our printouts say. So, they're not, all run or all pass by any means. Don't necessarily have a receiver with 50, 60 catches or spraying the ball around a lot. You mentioned the 2 running backs, both sharing the load, and the quarterback's a runner. So they make it difficult to key on any real one player or one segment of the game. Makes it tough to defend.
Defensively, New Braunfels is giving up over 30 points per game, but during this 3-game winning streak of theirs, they have forced 4 turnovers, and they kept Clemens off the scoreboard in the second half in their win from this past Friday. Defensively, what challenges do they present?
Well, they're a 4-2-5 defense that's very active up front. They play kind of a loose coverage, try to keep everything in front of them, make you drive the ball, try to make it difficult on you to get the big play or the explosive play. And if you are able to drive it, can you go 10 or 12 plays without making a mistake? If you do that once, can you do it again? And we kind of adhere to that same philosophy defensively. So 2 teams with very similar approaches to the game be going at each other this Friday.
Now, again, this is your final regular season game. Both teams have clinched their playoff spots. But when you look at the goals of the game, certainly winning it is number one. You also have a shot at a share of the district title if Steele were to lose its game against Clemens this upcoming Friday. But overall, what do you want to have accomplished in this game?
Well, we approaching it like any other game. That's long been our mantra. We approach them all the same. Keep checking the boxes Monday through Friday, and let's see what happens. And this game will be no different. We are in the playoffs, as you mentioned. We are the high seed in Division I. Nothing's going to change that this Friday, but we want to raise our level of play. We want to play well in every area. We want to smooth out some wrinkles that have shown themselves the last few weeks, and we want to win the ball game. So there'll be no resting of players or withholding plays or defensive maneuvers. Keeping things under wraps. We don't believe in that, never have, and certainly aren't going to this Friday night.
Well, Coach, then what are your keys to getting that done?
Well, we've got to find a way to make some explosive plays. They've been bend but don't break, but we've got to, and we're okay with driving the ball, but we're going to have to create some explosive plays. And I think we're going to have to get on the plus side of turnovers. You mentioned that's been good for them the last 4 or 5 games, and we've been a kind of dead even on giveaway, takeaway, and we've got to get on the plus side of that. And then try to make some difference-making plays in the kicking game. If we can do that, then we'll have a good chance.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete. Way only the Rangers Network get to you. Never miss an episode of Rangers football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
And we're back at Unicorn Stadium as all the pregame festivities have gone. And I'd be corrected at this point. New Braunfels won the toss and elected to receive. It was not a deferring of anything. So the Unicorns will receive, and the Ranger defense will take the field to first. And I don't know that I could have personally asked for anything I'd rather see is their offense versus the Ranger defense, because I think that's the best matchup of the night for the Rangers. And we'll have to see what goes on there, because it's an interesting night, Roland, because it's a wide-open offense that I think the Rangers have seen enough of this year, and they're going to be able to see if they can keep up with this one.
Let's kick it off and get things started already. I tell you, it is going to be a good one.
So the Rangers will kick off, and well, the clock's been reset to 12 for quite a while. We're a little slow at getting going. I guess it's because of the Unicorn Dance Girls, if it just had a hard time getting off the field. For any, whatever the case might be, that's okay. We're ready to go now as Mason Reed will get ready to put a toe to it, and the Rangers get ready to go. The Unicorns have a couple of players deep. And here comes Reed, and the end-over-end kick is underway. From the far side at the 5, the Unicorns will take it up that sideline. There's a seam, and he's got room, and finally knocked down at the last minute. I think it's Ricky Rios that brought him down, but a good run back for the Unicorns to get things off, and we're underway already. As now from the 30-yard line, the Unicorns will start 1st and 10. Kick coverage has been a strength of the Unicorns most of the season. So again, Fullen, Nutzi, Arnold, Keeler on the front, Deaton, Gibbons, Zuber. Then in the secondary, Merrick Woodard, Hanson, Rios, and Pierce. And we'll bring again out Ryan Redding at quarterback for the Unicorns. From the 30, 1st and 10. First is a handoff, and not much room and going there, as I think it was Jack Gibbons who got the tackle. Looked like that was Hickenbottom, the senior running back, who again has 10 touchdowns on the year, 500 yards, but didn't get much on that one. I think they'll give him credit for barely a yard.
Credit Jaden Deaton also for coming on and stopping the running back, putting a hit on him for a little gain of 1.
So the Rangers with their 4-man front. Strong safety Hanson clear up near the line of scrimmage now. And here's another handoff. This is Higginbottom. He's got room. Got a first down as he gets near midfield before he's finally dragged down by Zuber, but not until it's a 20-yard pickup to the Smithson Valley 49-yard line, and that was just a handoff on the right offensive side, and the defensive front was not ready.
That's it. Good job by the right side of the New Braunfels line to open up that hole for the running back. Man, a big gain.
A little bit limp. He's no on his foot on his right side as he hops off. That time I think he got twisted probably somewhere on the bottom of the pot. So again, they're back to the line of scrimmage, but with a new tip back now. Martinez is listed. Let's see who it is. Redding wants to throw. A quick throw to the edge. It's caught for not much. Give him about 5. Looks like Caleb Gonzalez received that one for a gain of 5 to the Smithson Valley 44. Good coverage on the play. Good coverage on the play. It was Sikova, who caught the pass. Jordan Sikova. And again, it's 3rd and 5 from the Ranger 44.
Big play to make a statement right now for this Ranger defense.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They're stacked here on the near side. One back with Redding in the backfield. The snap, he'll quick out again, and a nice catch by another receiver. That one's Levi Emmons. He'll catch it and move up to about the 40 before he's dragged down by the Ranger defense, and that will leave it short. It's 4th and 1 Good job by the defense to recover for the wide receiver screen on the near side.
Absolutely. Once again, defense going to the football, and that's what the Rangers have been noted for all season long, stopping New Braunfels short of that first down.
Both cornerbacks, Merrick Woodard and Pierce, will be challenged tonight along with safeties Hansen and Rios. It's 4th and 1. The Unicorns are going to go for it on the 40-yard line. Redding takes the snap, hands it off, and that's a first down gain. A good run that time by Alec Alamanderas, and he's got a first down run before he's dragged down by Gibbons and others, clear up at the 35-yard line. That's first down for the Unicorns.
That was a good job that time by Redding to hand the ball off to Almandares right there at the last minute. And I think what happened there, the Ranger defense keyed on the quarterback, and big hole opened up. First down, Unicorns.
One receiver right, 3 now to the left. And no backs in the backfield, but there's a stoppage and a timeout called by the Unicorns. So the Unicorns want to talk about something real quick. We'll take a timeout as you're hanging on to the Ranger Network.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
Well, the timeout has, the huddles have broken from both schools as we're back to Unicorn Stadium. Again, we have a 1st and 10 from the Ranger 35. Unicorns with the ball first. We've played about 3.5 minutes here, 8:26 left in the first quarter, still no score. Redding in the backfield all alone, 2 receivers right, 3 to the left, all 5 backs out. Straight drop back, short drop, over the middle, has a man, but throws it. Well, it wasn't catchable. MJ Martinez, the intended receiver, Rios on coverage, but that ball was not close enough to the hands of Martinez to be a catch, so it's incomplete and it's second down.
That one thrown just a bit in front of the intended receiver.
And there's a flag, and it's against the Rangers. 15 yards. I believe it was roughing the quarterback.
Well, Rangers not known for making mistakes like that. Something they're going to have to keep in check this evening.
There's 20. So 1st and 10 there for the Unicorns. Redding has one back with him. 2 right and 2 left. Short drop, throws it out to the edge. And there's a catch and a run up the field. Looks like a good one. Caleb Gonzalez with that one. First down yardage. Out past the 10 and I think to the 8 before he's finally dragged down by Pierce out there.
Good catch and run that time by Gonzalez to get the Unicorns inside the 10, inside the 5 actually. No, it'd be inside the 10, correction.
So it's 1st and goal from the 9 now for the Unicorns as they, like Judson did a week ago, take the opening drive down the field. Ranger defense will try to tighten up here on 1st and goal. There's a throw out to the left. It goes incomplete. And more contact with the quarterback that time as Redding got knocked down by not only 2 Smithson Valley players, but his blocker was there trying to protect him as well, and that was Alamanderas. And a couple of Rangers came in, and they all went tumbling there at the end after the throw, which was intended for Gonzalez, but goes incomplete. It's 2nd and goal.
Wide receiver Drew Kasberg coming off the field. He looks to be favoring his foot. Not a serious injury, but certainly doesn't look natural.
All right, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Now 2 backs in the backfield with Redding. In the shotgun, he'll roll to his right, takes the snap, and now has pressure. He'll try to scramble, but the Rangers will get him, and that is a good tackle, a sack, I think, by C.J. Keeler. I bet they'll give him a sack, even though Redding did pull it down and try to run. So clear back to the 16-yard line. It's now 3rd and goal from the 16, a loss of 7 on the play.
Good job that time by Keeler, staying in pursuit that time and putting a stop to quarterback Ryan Redding. It's going to back things up for the Unicorns, of course, just a bit.
So we'll see what they bring out. Now 2 receivers go to the left, 2 to the right. A lone setback is Alamanderas with Redding. He's out. Motion is Redding. The far receiver, Edmonds, does. Now he gets pressure as he takes the snap, and he'll get sacked. 28, so that'd be another big loss if it stands. We'll have to see and listen for the call.
Illegal.
Would be a long one. My guess is they're going to keep the offense on the field with nothing to lose. All of a sudden, after they got pushed around a little bit, the defense decided to come up and put some pressure on. Our two cornerbacks switch sides of the field. So two receivers to either side for the Unicorns. Drifts to his right. Will get up the, but that'll be a. Rangers will take over from what looks to be their. It'll be 1st and 10 as the defense comes up with a huge stop.
Absolutely. Hats off to the Smithson Valley defense. I mean, they had New Braunfels. New Braunfels was driving that time. Looked like they were possibly going in for the score, but the defense rose to the occasion. We've seen that all season from Smithson Valley.
So the defense of the Unicorns will have to just kind of make our way through this one, as we have not seen them this year, and there's nobody that just jumps out at you from what we've heard. Their strong safety again, Colton Menley, is their leading tackler. Here's Atkins, fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, looks to the right side. It's Martinez. It's a pass and a catch. Actually, that's Josh Dillon, pardon me. Goes down to his knees to make the catch and is down when he catches it, and he's right near the 32-yard line when I think they're going to call it a first down. So the first play of the game for the Rangers is a 10-yard pass play for a first down to Dillon.
And here's where the Rangers get the offense going.
So the Rangers will send two receivers to the right and two to the left. Lone setback, I believe, is Vic Nair. Now Rude comes back to the backfield to block. It's going to be a run going right. That's Aiken. He's too quick to be Vic Nair. That is Nick Aiken, who gets the start at tailback, at least on this one. And the sophomore has a first down run out to the 45 before he's dragged down on a nice play by Colson Clark. But a good run by the sophomore running back.
And the Unicorn defense at this point has to be shaking their heads. Two big plays, already run off.
Downs. Atkins in the shotgun, two receivers either way. He's going to throw it out to Aiken and throws it behind. That ball might be loose because I think it was backwards, and I believe that is a lateral and not an incomplete pass, and that would be Unicorn ball, and it is. Josh threw that one behind the runner, and Aiken couldn't grab it, and then when it went loose off his hands, the Rangers couldn't get on it, and that is going to be considered a fumble, and it's Unicorn football at the Ranger 43.
Well, got a call on the Ranger defense once again. Hopefully that won't be a costly mistake.
So the first turnover of the game gives the ball to the Unicorns on the Ranger 43. So the defense, again, as Roland mentioned, will have to come up with a big stop. They'll send three receivers to the right on the near side, one to the left. Handoff is faked by Redding. He'll try to keep it himself, but he's hit and brought down. I think Arnold got the first knock on him there, and Redding goes down after a short gain of just a yard.
Only a gain of one. That was good concentration once again by the defense to follow the quarterback.
2nd and 9 from the Ranger 42. The defense asked to stop the Unicorns for a second time here in the early going as we've gone just past the midway point of the first quarter. Unicorns, two receivers right, one to the left, two backs in the backfield with Redding. And here's a handoff, and that is Martinez, I believe, MJ Martinez. He puts his head down and barrels into the defensive front and gets about 4 yards up to the 39, so it'll be 3rd and 6. So give him a 3-yard gain.
They've been getting a couple of tough by running right at him, but right now what the Ranger defense is looking at is a bend type of defense.
3rd and 6 from the 39 of the Rangers. The defense asked to call and make a big stop here. 3 receivers. Now here's pressure on Redding, pardon me. There's a pass and a catch. It'll be a first down. Ricky Rios did a nice job of made by Zachary Yaws for a first down in Ranger territory at the 28.
Yaws got open just in time, and Redding unloaded it just in time as well.
Ryan Redding, a junior quarterback, listed at 165. Looks like he's about 6 foot tall. Nobody on the rosters anymore wants to put heights on rosters. I just don't understand it. Anyway, Redding takes the snap, hands it off. Not very much room. I think it was Martinez again. Give him a yard up to the 27, so a short gain. The Ranger defense really playing tough up the middle again.
Seconds a pickup of 1 on that play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9 for New Braunfels.
The defense making their call as the offensive set sends 2 receivers to the right, or 2 to the left and 1 to the right. 2 backs with Redding in the backfield. He fakes a handoff, throws it, and a nice pass and catch. And again, their passing game is really spreading it around. That's Zachary Yaws for the 2nd time on this drive, and that's good for a first down as they'll mark the ball at the 18-yard line, and that's a first down for the Unicorns.
2nd time Yaws has lined up in kind of a slot position and come up with big catches for the Unicorns.
Yaws, the tight end. Now on the right side, 2 on the right, 1 on the left in the spread out formation by the Unicorns. 2 backs with Redding. On 1st and 10, he'll hand it off, and up the middle goes the back. That is Alamanderis, and that is a touchdown for the Unicorns. From, I think Kyle Giffen is the one who kicked that one. Or is it Starch? We'll see, but the extra point is good, so it's 7-0 Unicorns. We'll be back after this timeout.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run. Now and bring it on. Your day, 'cause baby you were born to win. Never give up, never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby you were born to win.
Well, the Rangers had it happen last week when they let the opponent score first and then they shut them out the rest of the game. So let's hope that similar fortunes are on our plate tonight. The Rangers go back in kickoff reception with Dillon and Woodard. And the Unicorns will kick off here for the first time tonight. Again, 2:58 to go first quarter. 7-0 New Braunfels.
And Tony, that was a 6-play, 43-yard drive. Alec Almendarez taking the ball over. That 2:55 off the clock for the Unicorns, and to put them on the board first, as you mentioned, 7-0.
Starch will kick it off for the Unicorns. And it's a high kick in the middle of the field. Woodard takes it at the 25. He's got a seam up the right side and finally brought down as he passes the 40. So well under his 40 yards per average kick return, but the Rangers have good field position nonetheless at the 41-yard line. They will start 1st and 10, and the offense that had good effectiveness just had a miscue will come lead it by a touchdown as they scored first. Indiana Hawes. No, that's McNair.
Big catch. Cody.
He's come in on this. They can both have been effective. So a receiver to the left. A little pressure. Now tries to get away and he can't. There's a flag that comes down. My guess is that's a hold. But the Unicorn defense comes up with a sack of Josh Atkins. Clear back at the 43.
Number 97,
Thomas again in on the play. They're giving him credit. It's a hold against the Rangers, and we'll see whether the Unicorns want to
55. Offense declined.
So it's declined. And instead of 1st and 20, it's 2nd and, let's say, 18. So still pretty good for the Unicorns. They came out well on that one. Atkins gets the play from the sideline. 2 receivers either way. Looks like McNair in the backfield. Josh, quick stop, throws it. Atkins catches it, or Dillon catches it across the 40, across midfield, pardon me, and he's brought down finally as he gets into Unicorn territory at the 44. So that makes up a manageable 3rd down and about 6 as they mark him down at the 45. And now here's a timeout by the Unicorns again. So still in the first quarter, 1:17 to go. The Unicorns call their 2nd timeout of the quarter. We'll be back after this timeout.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community on Highway 46 between Rangers and Highway 281. And family, come see us at Summerhill, your Smithson Valley dentist.
The Braunfels Unicorns lead. This one's still on the move, though, as even after a quarterback sack, the Rangers have put together a couple of plays that set up 3rd and 6. And after the timeout, they'll break the huddle with 3 receivers coming left, 1's to the right. We haven't seen Woodard on offense yet. Josh Atkins takes the snap, short drop. Now he wants to run a quarterback draw. He's got a 1st down across the 40, across the 35 before he's brought down. And a nice job by Josh Atkins that time. Jonathan Pierce, the inside linebacker, made the tackle, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35.
And right there is where a quarterback like Josh Atkins is so
fakes the handoff, wants to throw. Down Rangers. Oh my throw. And Josh Dillon sprinted to get to it and made over the shoulder catch.
That's how you draw it up in the locker room. Picture perfect. Atkins to Dillon that time to take us within 1 point of tying this thing up with 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
So just like that, the Rangers strike back as their offense will not be slowed down here. And the extra point by Mason Reed to come to try and tie this one up. The snap is good, the hold is down, and the kick is good. So, just like that, with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter, we've got a timeout on the field as the Rangers have tied it at 7-all. We're back after this timeout.
Hey Rangers fans, have you joined the Rangers Network? If not, now's the time. It's easy and free to subscribe. Get your phones out. Text the word Rangers to 42828 to stay in touch with all the latest Rangers news. Want that again? Text the word Rangers to 42828. Go Rangers!
We're back to Unicorn Stadium where the Rangers will kick off for the 2nd time tonight, as the Unicorns will send couple of players back to receive. Looks like Emmons and Martinez are the deep ones. Mason Reed will put a toe to it again here as they finally bring him a football to kick. And the Rangers have tied it up on a nice drive, 6 plays, 59 yards, 2 minutes, 13 seconds. But a drive set up by a kickoff return out to the 41. And then in 6 plays, and a really awful play at the start of it when you get a quarterback sack. And they hit pay dirt. And again, Josh Atkins, who, and I was one of those who said I didn't think early in the year he played as well as he could. He all of a sudden is starting to.
The Josh to Josh connection, that last touchdown.
This will take a hop fielded by Martinez at the 3. The quick little back will scoot outside, beats coverage initially, but then it's finally brought down near the 25-yard line as the Rangers, that's Josh Hansen who brought him down. A nice return out to the 26, and that's where the Unicorns will start 1st and 10. Should have a play or two here before the first quarter comes to a close. As the Unicorns break the huddle with one receiver going right, or left, pardon me, and 3 come to the right. So again, mostly 4 receiver sets by the Unicorns tonight, one back in the backfield with Redding, who takes the shotgun snap, kicks it out. Oh, and almost some confusion there. That one was a wide receiver screen. Martinez was the intended receiver, but the ball thrown over his head, and I think that was Pierce that kind of broke through one of the tackles. And if Martinez had caught it, he would have been there to grab his ankles.
That's it. Miscue that time by the New Braunfels quarterback.
So Redding again looks to the sideline, and his offensive coaching staff gets the sign. 2 receivers break to the left. 2 are already out here on the right. Alamandera is the lone setback next to Redding. The Rangers will put some pressure on here, 2nd and long. Here's another wide receiver screen, and that one is caught and brought down immediately as Tanner Steele. So a short gain. They'll actually give him about 5 up to the 31, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Unicorns.
They go right back to the same play, but good defensive coverage that time by Mason Pierce to stop that one. Also, it looked like Chandler Bean came over to give him some help.
So the Ranger defense gets ready for a big 3rd down. 3rd down and about 5. They need to get to the 36. They're at the 31. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, and here's another. No, that's the end of the quarter. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen soon, and it happened then. So we've got a 7-all score. We're tied up here at Unicorn Stadium. The Rangers and the Unicorns. We're back after this timeout.
We're cooking dinner here at Whataburger. Doesn't that sound good?
We can cater to everybody's needs, whether you want a burger, whether you want chicken.
I love the salad because it has fruit, vegetables.
I order the triple meat with cheese.
Double meat with double cheese. I'm a meat eater.
Whataburger for dinner.
It's a time where all the family can get together, everybody's off.
To Unicorn Stadium, where the Unicorns about 5, and the Rangers the second quarter now. It's 7-all. Out either way. The lone back is Alamanderas with Redding in the backfield. Redding waits, takes the snap, straight back, has pressure. It's a screen and it's red. Jack Gibbons saw Alamanderas from the very moment that play started and just waited for him to catch the ball and brought him down. It's a loss of about a yard, maybe 2. It's 4th down and 7 as Gibbons makes a big play.
Absolutely great play, and we've called that young man's name quite a bit this season thus far, Jack Gibbons. And again, rising to the occasion to make the big stop.
As they have all season long, they will rush hard on this first one and see if they get there. The punter gets it off, though. Kyle Giffen, and it is not a good kick, though, as it comes out of bounds on the near side, and he won't get much yardage out of it. They'll mark it finally up at the 42, and the Rangers have good field position again. The punt, just an average one, and I don't even know, what, 26 yards? Somewhere around that, 25, 26 yards.
And the Rangers are going to have the ball at their own. They're marking it at the 42-yard line. So that's great field position for Josh Atkins and the Ranger offense.
We'll actually call it a 29-yard punt, but it wasn't pretty, is it? Well, it had the intended process of keep it away from Woodard, I guess so. One receiver either way, actually two on the right side now. Two backs, fake to Aiken, throw to the edge. It's Martinez. Tries to break a tackle as he stays on his feet and drags the defender a couple of extra yards after making the catch. A good 8-yard gain from Atkins to Martinez. It's 2nd down and 2. It's a good job of bringing him down on the far side was the cornerback over there, Avery Womble.
Absolutely. Atkins has the offense working right now, finding his receivers, picking his time.
So the Rangers send two receivers to the right, one's at the left. Two backs in the backfield. Now there's three in the backfield, including the tight end. They'll give it to Aiken. He runs into his own man who was pushed back into the backfield. Then second effort, though, he scrambles ahead, and he might have a first down. I think he does, as they'll spot him inside the 48-yard line. That's good enough for a first down by the sophomore, who had great extra effort on that one.
As you were mentioning, it was that second effort, keeping those legs going. That's what got him more positive yardage and ahead, Nick Aiken.
Not really sure which defensive lineman it was. It might have been Kenny Love, who took the offensive lineman back into the backfield, and that's what Aiken ran into. Then he squirted out and got the first down. Here's a receiver little sweep to the left side. It's Dillon. Avoids a tackler, then goes up the sideline, gets a first down as he's inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Josh Dillon, who has just been remarkable running the ball this year as well, has all of a sudden become the kind of running back you thought he would be, and that's another first down.
Absolutely. Another great play, another great job by the right side of that Ranger offensive line to spring a hole for Dillon to get loose.
Dillon on the season now has over 120, had 135 yards now, is almost a, what was that, about a 15-yard gain. Here's a handoff fake to Aiken. He's going down the sideline. It's intended for Dillon, but coverage very good by Womble on that one. It goes incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
And right now it seems like Josh Atkins has the New Braunfels defense off balance quite a bit. They're trying to key in different areas. Are they going to run it? And then that opens up the pass as it normally does.
So the Rangers will look to the sideline for another play call. And we'll have to wait and see as they're marking off a penalty. Illegal receiver downfield on that one. I didn't see that one. But 5 yards are marked off against the Rangers. They'll get 2nd down again. This time it's 2nd and 15 as we've played almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. 1st down and 15. Pardon me, you're right. Thank you, Austin. So two receivers to the left, one to the right. They'll fake it to Aiken. Atkins wants to go deep again. This time it's Woodard. He gets bumped, and there's no flag. Boy, Woodard was trying to slow down for the ball that was kind of not really right at him, and as he adjusts to the ball, the defensive back runs all the way over his back, but no call, as maybe they're saying Woodard tried to force the contact, and it's 2nd and 15 now.
It looked like from my perspective here that Woodard had gotten held a little bit, but I'm not down there on the field.
Can only assume that maybe they thought that he was creating a lot of that as the Rangers go right back for the home run ball. This time Woodard was on the field for the first time and had a chance, but coverage was good again. So two receivers either way for Atkins. Going to throw it short. That's Martinez on the left side. And he'll carry defenders and keep his legs moving, and he's going to get a first down. That's a 3-yard pass and catch that Martinez, I believe it was him, just kept him moving, and then he got some momentum going and ends up getting a real close to a first down at the 23-yard line, and it is a first down.
And, you know, Tony, that's what you call 1-2. You can give me a team full of players like that just want it so bad that they're not going to be denied.
Let me correct myself. I do believe that's the backup tight end, Hunter, who carried some defenders with him that time. I believe it was 88, not – it was hard to tell because he got grabbed so quick. So here's one receiver to the left, a big set. They've got some blocks. This is not going to go very far, though, as the Rangers try to run it on the left side. That's Aiken, and there was actually no room for him as they tried to put a hat on a hat and make some movement there, but nothing really there. It's 2nd down and a good long 10 as we go near the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. 7-all your score from Unicorn Stadium. Hunter comes out as Atkins gets his sign. Here's the starting tight end. Grotchett's in. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Atkins, straight drop, has to scramble. Now hits an intermediate receiver. That's Dillon. That's a first down, and he scrambles inside the 10 before he's dragged out of bounds and put out of bounds there by the inside there by one of the linebackers, I believe. Not real sure who had the tackle on the play, but anyway, he goes out, and they'll mark him at the 5. It's 1st and goal. Might have been Watkins from the defensive line that ran. It's a first down for the Rangers. We'll just leave it at that.
Nonetheless.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now motion from Rude. He'll come in the backfield. We're big on the right side. Hand it to Akins. Has a seam. Squirts in there and squirts in the touchdown. Into the end zone, Nick Aiken, the sophomore. And there is a flag on the field. And we'll have to see as we get excited about the touchdown, and they're going to call a hold on the on the Rangers, pardon me. So before we get excited about the touchdown, they're going to say some of that blocking on the right side, and there was some very good blocking over there. They're going to say it wasn't legal. And there's a penalty of 10 yards back to the 15, where it'll be 1st and goal from the 15-yard line.
Well, if there's any positive you take out of this, at least Smithson Valley is eating up the clock a little bit, and they're in a good position to score.
And they are moving the ball. So 1st and goal, or 2nd and goal. Is that Dillon again?
That was Dillon on the carry around the far side.
Around the far side. Is he in the end zone? And it is a touchdown. So just that quick, as much as we lament the fact that we didn't get in the time before, now the handoff to Dillon takes him around the edge, and the Rangers have another score. Josh Dillon, who is just becoming a touchdown machine of late. Mason Reed will come on for the extra point. It's 13-7. The extra point, it must have been a bobbled snap. Beam wants to run. He's got an edge, and he scores. It's a 2-point conversion. So just like that, with what might have been a low snap, I wasn't really sure, but he picked it up and went in.
Yeah, it looked like a botched snap that time, but, Beam at least had the presence of mind to pick it up, follow his blocker, 2 points, got the conversion down. 8:29 left to go before halftime, and Rangers up big, a 9-play, 58-yard drive. That ate 2 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock. 15-yard run, Josh Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
So with a timeout on the field, we'll not have enough time to take a break, so we'll keep it here, and we'll catch another one in a moment. The Rangers will go back and kick off again with a 15-7 lead after what, they made some lemonade out of those lemons on the snap that wasn't handled real well, and maybe not the best snap, but a great job of heads-up play by Chandler Beam, the senior, who's having a pretty good year as a backup safety. Got his way into the end zone there, had one man to beat, and he did as he took it to the corner. So Mason Reed will again come on and handle the kickoff chores, this time going left to right. The high spiraling kick hits the ground and goes down, and it's bobbled, and now finally picked up at coverage. Oh, they missed the tackle. The Rangers were right there and had a chance as it was picked up by Levi Emmons, and they could have stopped him inside the 20, but he squirted ahead, and they'll mark him ahead at the 28-yard line. So a nice return by Emmons when it really looked like nothing was there for the senior.
And, you got to take your hat off as well to Josh Hansen that time for a big tackle. That could have been a lot worse if he wouldn't have made the stop where he did.
Josh threw his shoulder pads right into the hip of Emmons and brought him down. So the Unicorns bring 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. 2 backs in the backfield with Redding. And he'll hand it off, and this is Alamanderas who gets stuck. backs. Redding checks at the line, 2nd and 10. Drop, throws it out to the edge, and it's dropped. A nice looking throw, and should have been caught. Ethan Dullaban, the sophomore who has 9 catches on the season, including a couple of touchdowns, just didn't put that one away, let it go off his hands, and it's incomplete. It's 3rd and 10.
Upfield before you've got the football.
Exactly. He was running before he caught it. The Unicorns 1 of 4 on 3rd downs tonight. 7:42 in the second quarter. Here's another chance, 3rd and 10. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Low snap, Redding catches it. There's pressure. Rangers all over him. He gets away. There's a flag. He'll throw it away, and here's another flag. So this the first flag here on the near sideline on coverage. So holding on Woodard on the edge on the play is what they call. I didn't hear what he said about the second. Was there a second comment? It's going to be a...
There were 2 flags thrown. He's only called 1 penalty.
Don't know what happened, but it should be a first down. Defensive holding. Doesn't really matter what the yardage is. It should be a first down.
It is
and
automatic.
they are. The chains were just slow and moving. That's what was confusing me. The ball's up to the 38. So a 3rd down conversion for the Unicorns. 43-yard line. Quick pass out to the edge. It is caught. That's Levi Emmons. He'll have a nice gain up to about the 45. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3. Coverage out on the far side by Pierce as they send 2 receivers out to either side both almost all the time and just run those little quick receiver screens rolling, and it just seems to be their bread and butter.
Absolutely. That's what has worked for them thus far. As a matter of fact, nice pickup on that play to give them a 2nd and 3.
So Redding on 2nd down. Since 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Takes the shotgun snap, straight back, looking right, has pressure, wants to scramble, and does, near a first down, might have a first down. Looked like Deaton hit him high, and Arnold hit him high, Deaton hit him low, Arnold hit him high, and it looks like he's just short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and inches.
That will be good defensive pursuit, but that time what happened is Redding had the presence of mind to step up into the pocket, saw he had something, at least first down yardage, and got it mighty close.
So 3rd and inches with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. They'll bring in their big package with a tight end on either side. Out of the normal snap, he's under center, and he'll quarterback sneak it, gets pushed from behind by his backs, and I believe they'll spot him ahead of the marker, and that'll be a first down for New Braunfels. All kinds of Rangers in there for the tackle, but it's a gain of about a yard, and that's enough for a first down at the 49-yard line. So the Unicorns send 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side on the right. As we've gone under 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter, it's 15-7, Rangers on top. Redding, as the play clock goes under 5, takes the snap, looks left, has pressure, tries to scramble again, and they punish him as he goes down but gets about 3 yards up to the Ranger feet. Redding adjusting his helmet as he comes up because he got to get popped pretty good on that. Including Gibbons.
Gibbons,
Unicorns staying methodical as they wait from the call from the sideline. 2 receivers. 2 backs in the backfield with Redding. for a short gain. Their receivers comes up on that one. That is Yaws, Zachary Yaws, the tight end.
He's been successful, 115 yards thus far on the night offensively for New Braunfels, so they've been able to move the football just a little bit.
4.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Another third down, and the Unicorns now second 2 out of 5 on third downs. This one will be about 6 yards. Redding, 2 receivers either way. Has a lone back with him. It's Martinez. He'll throw it left. He has a little post route for a first down up inside the 35-yard line at the 33. And that's a first down for the Unicorns as their second third down conversion in a row. Nice pass and catch, as that time instead of going for something short, Steele just ran a skinny post. And Redding put it right where only he could get to it, and it's a good pass and catch.
Redding's finding out those quick passes are opening up the run.
2 receivers either way as we go under 4 minutes to play. Second quarter, Redding again, quick pass out to the edge. And a nice tackle by Woodard as a good catch by Gonzalez, but he'll get just about a 2-yard gain as Woodard came up and took his legs out and brings up 2nd and 8.
Oh, heads-up play that time by Trayvon. Taking out the receiver after a short gain.
3:20 to go as the clock runs in the at the 31 where they have 2nd down and 8. To the left. Play for third down, 3rd and 8.
Together, it just didn't seem the timing was right. Something was off on that play for the New Braunfels offense.
Well, he took the snap and looked left immediately, and then just that way, waiting for someone to come open. Never did. So 2 receivers down here on the near side. 1 breaks out to the right. Still 2 backs in the backfield. It's both Alamanderas and Martinez as Hickenbottom hasn't come back since he got hurt on that first drive. Here is a handoff. Alamanderas goes up the middle, and he's going to score again. Just like that. A little trap scenario, and they open up a hole in the middle, and the second level is not available. And Alamanderas scores another touchdown for the Unicorns, and they'll try to pull within 1 with the extra point.
Well, that time the middle of the defense just opened up. Good blocking by the Unicorns. Spring a hole that time for Almendares.
Giffen comes up.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach, and we have smiles to make.
The Rangers give up another touchdown to the Unicorns, but still maintain a lead. Try for 2 was successful last time out. It's 15-14.
And, yeah, Alec Almendares that time, a 31-yard touchdown run. That was a 4-play.
So 15-14, the Rangers. Going to call a hold. So I do see a flag now. Clear. Through what was a pile of defenders. An opening. Obviously, someone was getting held, is what the officials are saying. So the Rangers, instead of being inside the 5-yard line, will be at their own 36 for 1st and 10. So much for getting excited for you.
Well, but I got to tell you, I haven't seen this many miscues from Smithson Valley thus far this season. Not this many in one half.
2:38 to go, second quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Atkins, quick throw. It's Woodard on a screen left side. Makes one man, beats one man, now squirts out, gets free.
Look at that.
Now he's got some more room as he cuts back to the right side. He'll get dragged down from behind, maybe, finally. That time a big defender, Kenny Love, 250-pound senior defensive tackle, caught back up as Woodard did a great job of getting some blocks and using them and just making his way and his moves through the crowd. That's a great pass and catch.
Tony, I got to tell you, it's absolutely a ball to watch Trayvon Woodard whatever he's doing, returning the football, catching the football. What a show that young man puts on.
How far are you saying it is? 31 yards? All right. 1st and 10. Atkins out of the shotgun will pull it down because everyone's covered. He'll run himself inside the 20, up to the 15, now the 10. He's free across the 5. Touchdown, Josh Atkins, as he broke no less than 5 different tackles to get into the end zone, and the senior quarterback has put the Rangers up by another score and point.
And there's your answer. New Braunfels puts 1 in the end zone. Josh Atkins brings the troops back. Puts another in the end zone for Smithson Valley.
Wow. I'm telling you, after Woodard broke that many tackles and made that many people miss him, I wasn't expecting Josh, as he really did drop back to throw the ball. No one was open initially. He pulled it down and just beat everyone up the field. The kick by Reed is up, and the Rangers take a 22-14 lead with 2 to go here in the quarter, and we'll be right back on the Ranger Network.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it up. 'Cause baby, you were born to never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah.
We're back to Unicorn Stadium as the Rangers have gone up 22-14 as all of a sudden offense is taken front and center as Josh Atkins scrambles in. 2 plays, 54 yards on the drive. The touchdown run was 32 or 33 yards. My stat guy doesn't know for sure. I think it was 32 yards. 33. It was 33 yards. Here's the kickoff.
Give him 33.
Angling toward the far sideline. That one might bounce. And almost picked up by the Rangers. Did they get it?
Ground.
They did. The Rangers. It took a sideways bounce. Looked like it might go out of bounds. The kick returner again was slow getting to it. That's Emmons. And the Rangers got down on coverage. And I'm not sure who got it. I saw Hansen down there, I thought. But we'll have to wait and see, probably for film check on Monday. But the Rangers are in pay dirt again. Or in the red zone again, pardon me, at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 on the quick exchange. We've had a couple of those tonight on turnovers and such, but the offense is back and their defense will be challenged again to come up with a stop down by 8.
Oh, now the Rangers are feeling it, just feeling it. You can tell in their play.
1 receiver either way, 2 tight ends on the field. The setback is Aiken. Here's Dillon on a sweep left. Josh Dillon has room. He's headed to the end zone. He cuts back and gets there. Josh Dillon with his 3rd touchdown of the night, and the Rangers are up 28-14 with the extra point to come.
In just 11 seconds, they put another touchdown on the board.
Another touchdown run by Josh Dillon. as the senior receiver is becoming the all-purpose guy. The extra point try from Reed. Snap is good, the hold is down, and the kick is up and through the uprights. 29-14 with the extra point. The Rangers feeling it now. We'll keep it here on this one as we barely had any time. I think 11 seconds went off the clock, 1:37 to go in the quarter. As quick as they get the ball at the 33, and Atkins scrambles and gets a touchdown. They get a turnover on the kickoff, and Dillon takes a sweep. So in 2 plays, 2 touchdown runs of 33 and 24 yards, and all of a sudden what was a 1-point game is now a 15-point game.
And that's just how quick the Ranger offense can strike.
Indeed. They have broken some space open on this one.
And, you know, we've talked a lot about the greatness it is, the Ranger offense. We've talked about the toughness it is, the Ranger defense. How about a tip of the SV cap to the special teams this evening?
And they've been yeoman's work all year long, as kick returns have been a specialty of this unit. Between Woodard and Dillon and so forth and so on. Interception returns for touchdowns. There's been a bunch of them. Reed will handle the kickoff again as we go. We're near the 1.5-minute mark as he's gotten the signal, and here comes a toe. Reed, kind of a high arching kick, and a fair catch is made. This time it's Emmons who says, I'm not messing with this one. It's not touching the ground. I'm going to catch it, a fair catch, and the Unicorns will start 1st and 10 from the 22, but no time went off the clock, so still 1:37, so pardon me. I thought that we'd lose at least 7 seconds on the kickoff return. Both teams hot right now. The Rangers have won 5 in a row. The Unicorns have won 3 in a row and made their way into the playoffs. Unicorns have 1.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Redding. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He wants to run. He gets around the side, and there's a block in the back that wasn't called. Now finally a flag comes. Redding goes down on a nice tackle, but there was a block in the back right before he got tackled, and I wonder if that's going to be the call. Ball is down at the 30-yard line.
We'll check that call. Now, Tony, was it me, or did it look like Redding was a little slow getting up?
He was. He got kind of hit on the leg as he went down. Dead ball late hit. Oh, my. I did not see that, guys. I can tell you honestly, Rios got blocked in the back right as he was coming up to make the tackle. And that will be a 15-yard penalty against the Rangers and give the Unicorns a first down, clear out at the 44-yard line.
That's a tough break. Of course, I'm not an official, but if they're saying that was on Rios, that didn't look like a late hit from this angle.
So the Unicorns will march 1st and 10 from their own 44. Game clock goes under 1:10. Redding hands it off. It's Alamandaris. Not much this time. Down at the bottom of that pile, a couple of different defenders, Deaton and also Flores. So a short gain of about 3. It's 2nd down and 7. They'll hurry it up as we've gone under a minute to play, now 50 seconds, but they're not moving very quickly. The 3 receivers on the right not set yet, finally now are. Redding looks to the sideline again. He's confused. Play clock at 15, game clock now at 37. He takes the snap, looks right, has pressure, it's a screen. Alamandaris breaks one tackle, but gets brought down by Zuber as he doesn't get out of that one. The Unicorns will use their final timeout as it will be about 2 yards shy of a first down at the 48-yard line for the Unicorns. It'll be 3rd down and 2. We'll keep it here as they've used up their full allotment of timeouts now with 29 seconds to go. They have the ball on the Unicorn 48.
I tell you, stopping the New Braunfels offense right now would be big. I mean, just mentally for Smithson Valley going into the locker room at halftime.
And the good news is if you stop them here, you get the ball to start the second half, because that's what will happen after the timeout, after the halftime timeout. So again, the Unicorns will have a 3rd and 2 from the 48-yard line when we come back to live action. The Ranger defense will try to come up with another stop. So 3 of 6 on third downs is what I have the Unicorns for after a couple of conversions. This one's 3rd and 2. Redding with 3 receivers to the right. Wants to throw to the left, and it's dropped. Right into the hands of Drew Kasberg, whose name we haven't called yet tonight. 17 catches, 211 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the senior. But this time he just flat out misses it, and that would have been good enough for a first down.
And he feels terrible. You can tell just by looking at the sideline. That's the second big drop of the first half for the New Braunfels offense.
Kasberg is coming off the field, taking his helmet off, and really upset with himself as the Unicorns will punt for the first time tonight. And spiraling kick, fair caught by Woodard at the 14. That was Giffen again. Kyle Giffen, who handles their punt duties as well, averages about 33 yards a kick. And the Rangers, with just a few seconds left, 20 seconds left, will have the ball at their own 15-yard line. My guess is they'll take a knee and take it to the locker room because, again, they get the ball to start the second half.
Might as well. Big Mo on the side of Smithson Valley here in the first half. Kind of an exchange of scores there for a while, but I think that big special team stop kind of shifted the momentum.
Atkins will take it in the shotgun and take a knee. It's a different look of a victory formation to end the half, but it is the end of the half. So we will go into halftime with the Rangers up 29-14. Just a remarkable last few minutes of the second quarter as the Rangers see Josh Dillon get into the end zone 3 times in the first half. Josh Atkins with the other one. They get a two-point conversion on the second touchdown simply because they had a mishandling of the snap. As is our custom at halftime, we will listen to the Ranger marching band, and my guess is they'll take first try here, as the visiting team usually does. So in just a moment, we'll let you listen to the Rangers. We'll do that right after this timeout.
Hey Rangers fans, have you joined the Rangers Network? If not, now's the time. It's easy and free to subscribe. Get your phones out. Text the word Rangers to 42828 to stay in touch with all the latest Rangers news. Want that again? Text the word Rangers to 42828. Go Rangers!
And we're back to Unicorn Stadium. Ranger marching band.
And now, the award-winning Silver Spurs, along with featured twirler Cameron Shows and featured twirler Sophie Gilbert. Tonight, the Silver Spurs are being led onto the field by Second Lieutenant Lauren Nelson, First Lieutenant Sophia Drew, Major Haley Chamorro, and Colonel Shirley Berger. The Silver Spurs are under the direction of Director Ashton Burchell. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Sydney Rostet, and the Dancer Girl of the Week is Lupe Garcia. This evening, the Silver Spurs are performing a high kick routine to Accidentally in Love. The 2016-17 Silver Spur Social Board officers are President Maddie Klaus, Vice President Allison Haynes, Chaplain Lauren West, Social Officer Maddie Mulder, and Caitlin Sinale. Tonight, the Ranger Band will be performing their 2016 UIL show entitled Extreme Deception. The Ranger Band will keep you on the edge of your seat with some of Ludwig van Beethoven's best-known themes twisted together by composer Johann de May.